guys, and welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel O'Leary and it's time for a species spotlight. This week I'm going to show you Hypancistrus species L450, a catfish that comes from the Amazon basin, specifically Brazil. Now, anyone who's been to my fish room knows that I have a bit of a problem with hoarding catfish. I have a lot of species, and Hypancistrus are one of my favorites, most specifically any of the types that have the zebra patterning. I find them to be relatively undemanding to care for, but they do take a long time to mature. However, they are very breedable, so are a worthwhile project for anyone who's just into really cool fish. They can go well with any fish that like warmer water. So a lot of people will keep them with cardinals. They do fine in the planted tank. They're keeping with discus, angels, dwarf cichlids, South American dwarf cichlids, and species like that. Personally, I prefer to keep them in a dedicated setup in order to promote breeding. So let's take a look.
So this is a Hypancistrus L450. You can see it has sort of the zebra type pattern, though not as pronounced as the L46. Similar to any other Hypancistrus, these guys are more omnivorous or carnivorous rather than algae eating like your bristlenose plecos. I feed them a good quality sinking catfish pellet, as well as supplement them with frozen worms, and I also drop in a spirulina flake once a week. For the most part, this is what these guys do. You don't see a whole lot of them. You can sex them because males are generally bigger and they get odontodes or spines on their pectoral fins, as well as in the back half of their body. This guy's too small to know what sexy is. They get to 5 inches. They're pretty peaceful. You want to set up their tank with some sand and lots of caves. You can use rocks or driftwood, stacked slate, or pots. Really anything that gives them a place to sort of hang out. When they're going to breed, the male traps the female into a cave, so it's nice to offer them some sort of nooks and crannies to choose from. He'll trap her there until she lays her eggs. He'll fertilize them, then kick her out, and then he guards the eggs until they're free swimming. Now, I haven't bred the L450s yet, but I've bred some other Hypans, and they're all pretty similar. Really beautiful fish, and they go well with anything else that likes really warm water. These guys generally you would keep from 78 to about 86, and because they're river fish, you want to make sure there's good oxygenation. They come from Brazil, from riverhead streams in Brazil. Really beautiful though. Their price tag is not as steep as a lot of the other Hypancistrus. They're usually about $30 a piece. But like most other catfish, they're sort of a trial in patience, as it takes a few years for them to hit sexual maturity and really start breeding. Definitely an investment in time and maintenance, but the resale value never goes down, so they're really worth it in my opinion.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you stop by my Facebook page as well as my website, lizjinks.com, for my upcoming speaking engagements, my current stock list, and information on all things nano. Let me know if there's a species you'd like to see me spotlight, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my 2